All right, here is my Pizza Hut, and it's time for the Q&A. I have some Benfield wines. My friends owned this winery. Yeah. Cheers. Dang. That is good. Okay. I tried to order a salad from Pizza Hut. They said they don't have them. So I stopped at the Dollar General and picked up a salad. Yep, I did. Okay, let's dumpy. Okay, I got the Cobb salad. So at Pizza Hut, I'm trying these new melts. What are they called? Oh, I don't know. Pizza Hut. I don't know. I'm not prepared. Hold on. Pizza Hut melts. Oh, I'm getting a buzz already. I have an empty stomach. It does not take me long to get a buzz, people. I better slow my roll. Cheesesteak melts. I got a cheesesteak melt. Yeah. Pizza Hut cheesesteak melt right here. Yum. Ooh. Okay. All right. We got that. And these are breadsticks. And they came with this baked Alfredo. Ooh. Ow, hot. Baked Alfredo, guys. Yeah. Yummy. Yeah, better go easy on this wine. I am a lightweight. That is good. These are the breadsticks that go with the Alfredo. Ooh. Lots of breadsticks. I didn't really want them, but they came with them, so I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. Whatever. Cool. This is a hand-tossed pepperoni pizza with extra cheese and extra sauce. I usually get mushroom, but I didn't. I love opening up a box of food for the first time and looking at it for the first time. There's nothing better. Oh, that looks good. You guys, I haven't had Pizza Hut in I don't know how long. Oh, that is pretty. I said, do you guys have a brownie? And they said yes. So this is the box that my brownie came in. It's so heavy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. What? And it is so hot underneath. Yeah, it's warm brownies. Oh, yummy, yummy. Oh, I thought I was buying one brownie. That was it. We've got a whole pan of brownies. Let's move the pizza over here. I don't even want to answer questions. I just want to eat this food. Let me get questions out and let's at least get them started. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I can't have a lot of wine because I'm already like confused as to what I'm doing. You guys, I got too much food for a Q&A. I don't know how I'm going to do a Q&A with all this food in front of me. Ooh. Yummy. Yummy. Hot. I should probably have a glass of water too. All right, let's play a game. How about for every question I answer, I get to take a bite? Let's do that. All right, question number 1 from Dolores J, a person who asked 3 questions. Dolores J. Ooh, I'm feeling like my cheeks are getting a little warm from that wine. You guys, I'm not kidding you. I am a huge lightweight. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to put this question out there. People have asked me, how old are you? I am 56. I will be 57 in 2 months, okay? Okay, we'll just get that out there. Question number 1, if you could have a meal with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be? Okay, I know right off the bat who this would be. This would be with my maternal great-grandmother, my mother's grandmother, who I never met. She passed away. She was in her 20s, I think. I don't know anything about her or her family. I would give anything to meet her. She is the mother of my grandmother, who I loved dearly. So it would be her. If you had a time machine and could travel to any period throughout history, what is your pick? I think for me, although I would love to go, oh wait, I get to take a bite. Oh, let's take some pizza. Yeah, okay, a bite of pizza. Ooh. Just a bite of pizza. Yeah, okay. Ooh, that pizza's making me warm. Good. Okay, in a time machine, although I would love to say that I would love to travel back to the dinosaur days, I think what I would most love to do would be go back to the 1810s, the 1820s. I would love to experience when my grandparents were young, had their childhood, their teenage years, you know, what they grew up in. I think that I would want to experience what my grandparents experienced, you know? Yeah, that's what I would like to do. I could ramble on and on with each one of these questions, but I'm going to try really hard not to, okay? Woo! Woo! This wine's making me a little warm. What would your last meal be if you were on death row? This is so easy. I love all food. I love everything. But my last meal would be a big heaping bowl of, or plate of spaghetti with lots of marinara and some meatballs. I could even do without the meatballs. It's all about the spaghetti and marinara. A big heaping plate of spaghetti and meatballs, some buttery, garlicky, chewy garlic bread, okay? Chewy, buttery with a little crisp on the outside, and a big old pan of brownies. That is it. Spaghetti and brownies. That is my favorite. Yeah. Now I get to eat. Let's try this ranch. I'm going to eat this bread with it. Let me see. That's good. Okay. Have you ever encountered any paranormal events by MVPX Madeira? Okay, for me, when I was a kid, I went to a slumber party with a friend named Robin. It was at her house, and there was a group of friends there. We had a seance, and we had an Ouija board and all that, you know, and we decided we wanted to bring back Sharon Tate, who was from the Helter Skelter situation, which was really, really scary to me when I was growing up. I was so afraid of Helter Skelter. But we had this Ouija board, and I kid you not, we all had our hands on it, and the table lifted up. It literally lifted up. The table lifted up, lights turned on and off, things happened. And I'm still convinced to this day that there was spirit there. I get a bite. I had 2 encounters when family members passed away. I had something touch my back when I was sitting on the couch. It was shortly after my grandfather passed away. And then again, after my dad passed away, I felt something touch me. I felt something touch my foot the night I came home from the hospital after he passed away and I got into bed, I was touched on my foot. So I believe that was my dad. The other things would be the house that I live in, this house. There's been a couple occasions where there's been knocks on the bathroom doors upstairs and nobody's knocking. And last summer I was walking through the hallway upstairs and I saw a face, and I turned sideways really fast. I saw a face like in the wall, and my daughter was over visiting. And I came downstairs and she looked upstairs and she goes, I just saw somebody up there. I go, what? She goes, I just saw a woman upstairs. I just saw someone. And I was like, what? She also was over one time when I first moved in here and got a knock on a bathroom door and asked me if I knocked on the bathroom door. And I said no. And she said somebody knocked on the bathroom door. So I guess paranormal, I don't know, but you know, it's close. Let's try these melts, you guys. Okay. These are delicious. Cheesesteak melts. Okay, those are yummy. By Micro App, if you get to choose your last meal, what would it be? I just answered that. It would be spaghetti and meatballs and brownies. But thank you for the question. Yay! Oh, here's one from my friend Mystery Granny Eats. Okay, so probably my first place that I would love to travel for just the food would be to Italy. Second would be I would love to go to Greece. I love Greek food. I would love to try Greek food in Greece. My third place would probably be most likely Japan. Yeah, I would love to try all the food in Japan. Yeah. Captain Steel Eam, I think it is, or I am, I'm not sure. I think it's Eam. What is your favorite movie or TV show when you just want to unwind at the end of the day? So at the end of the day, to unwind, I mostly watch YouTube videos. But if I'm going to watch something on TV, it's going to be, well, back in my DVR days, I used to record Dr. Phil. I love Dr. Phil. Never missed an episode. I love watching Roseanne. I love watching SNL, you know, funny stuff like that. And I have a fly flying around in here that I let in from outside. When I came home, I saw it come in, so I'm sorry. If I'm going to watch a series that I think is really funny, it would be Trailer Park Boys. So funny. Ramseth Mukbang. He likes to know people's main music taste, artists, and songs. This is not going to happen. What am I going to do about the freaking fly? Let me eat. Freaking fly. That is a hard question for me to answer because I like so many different genres of music. So my most favorite music would be 70s and 80s music. That's my most favorite. Yeah. I'm kind of a person who bounces around on a radio in my car and just finds something that I like. All my little settings are all different types of music though. Like I like country, I like pop, I like reggae, I like all different kinds of things. But I mostly tend to go to like 70s and 80s music from when I was, you know, a kid into like my teens. My most favorite artist is Michael Jackson. Like, I love all of his music, his tone of voice, he's soothing to me. No matter what I'm going through in life, I tend to listen to him. I love Elvis. I love Adele music. I love to listen to old heart music. I love Eminem's music. I love Kid Rock's music. I have just a big assortment of music that I like. I'm not sure I could come up with a favorite song. One of my most favorite songs is called What's Up by 4 Non Blondes. I love that song. I have so many favorite songs. My favorite Michael Jackson song is You Are Not Alone. That's my favorite. I even find it soothing to listen to opera at times, and I love big band music at times. I don't know. It just depends on the mood. So yeah, I just pretty much like a lot of everything. This is really nice and thick and hearty feeling. By William K. Shank. Top 3 favorite foods. So I think my top 3 favorite foods are just, I love spaghetti and I love pizza. And I also love Greek food. So I would probably say I would want maybe a gyro. Although I love Chinese food. Ooh. I don't know. I love to eat Chinese food too. Yeah. Okay, the next question is from Emily Rose. How many kids do you have and what are their ages? I have 3 kids. My 2 daughters next month are going to be 29 and 25, and my son is 23. Yeah. They are my heart and soul. Yeah. Salty Shellback. He wants me to chubby bunny something. Okay, I will before I end. Hopefully I'll remember. So in his videos, he does a chubby bunny where he stuffs his mouth full. Speaking of which, I'm not even eating. Ooh, let's have some of this pasta. I'll chubby bunny a brownie. How about that? Okay. Wildcat Nation. So funny. If you guys are not watching, so funny. What is your favorite food to mukbang? My favorite food to mukbang is fast food. I love trying all the new stuff that comes out. I love the packaging. I love getting the bag and opening the bag and taking the stuff out and opening up the package and looking at the food. Like, I love everything about doing the fast food videos, I have to say. And she asked a second question. Out of all the mukbangers out there, who would you like to collaborate with the most? So that's a really easy question for me. It wouldn't be just one person. There was one person that I wanted to collab with, and that was Salted Caramel ASMR. She was the reason that I started watching these videos, and I actually got to collab with her. It was my 1,000 subscriber video, and she was kind enough to collab with me. It was awesome. I was thrilled. You guys can look it up. We did a skillet cookie, a salted caramel skillet cookie collab. So I've already got to collab with the one person that I wanted to collab with. And I did a collab with Mystery Granny Eats ASMR, which is a friend that I have made in this community. So my answer would be, I would want to collab with all the people that I've made friends with, a couple handfuls of close friends that I've made that we chat outside of YouTube, you know? There's a lot of them that I would love to be able to fly and go meet in person, but that's what I would want to do. Collab with the people that are making this experience so much fun for me. All right, Wildcat, what's next? What is your most favorite movie? My most favorite movie is Urban Cowboy. I freaking love Urban Cowboy. I have loved it since I was a little girl. I could watch it every single day. That's my favorite. Number 4, what made you want to YouTube? Well, I started watching these videos and I wanted to start doing YouTube, I think, for an excuse to eat the food. I started watching ASMR videos. It was like half-faced ASMR, and I'm like, oh my God, looking at all that food, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to eat that food. Liz Timoteo, how do you manage your diet with all the cake eating videos? And I love your accent. First of all, it's so funny for me to say that somebody loves my accent because I live in Ohio. I'm like, I'm gonna go get something to eat. There's no accent. It's like the most boring accent. But thank you. So how do I manage my diet with all the cakes? Well, really, when you add up the cakes that I've done, I haven't really done that many. I don't do enough. I would love to do one a month. So I manage my diet by not doing them very often. But I also plan my eating around if I'm going to do a cake video. I really watch what I eat for that week leading up to that moment, you know? So it's really just balance. It's really all I do is balance, you know? Stay active and balance. Okay, James Harden, what is your favorite movie and actor or actress? So my favorite movie, which I just answered, is Urban Cowboy. My favorite actor or actress, let's see. I love Meryl Streep. I will watch anything that she's in. I love Johnny Depp. I will watch anything that he's in. And I love Ricky Gervais. So I don't know, those are, I guess, 3 of my favorites, but there's a lot of people that I like. What was your first car and how was it acquired? My first car was a 1976 rusty red Mustang. The back quarter panel on the driver's side was all rusted, and every time you closed the door, the whole thing would shake. I bought it for $450 from my neighbor. I bought it when I was 18, and every time I stopped at a stoplight in the rain, it would stall. So I would have to apply the brake and pump the gas while I was sitting there so the car wouldn't stall. It was a piece of crap, and it gave me nothing but trouble. Yeah. What made you want to start a YouTube channel? I just answered that question, so thank you for the question. How were you in school? Loud and extroverted or shy and hidden? I guess I really wouldn't say I was loud and extroverted. I'm kind of like introverted on the inside and extroverted on the outside, I guess. I was a goofball. I was always looking for something to laugh about, something to have fun. I liked hanging out with people that were fun and wanted to goof off and be silly. I was usually the kid that got sent out in the hallway for talking. I got in a lot of trouble for talking at school. My grade cards always said that I would be a good student if I could learn to control my talking. I didn't put myself out there to be like the center of attention, but I was kind of like in the back way, laughing and having fun with my friends is what I was doing. What is one awkward, funny experience you've ever had? Well, let's see. I'm going to tell on myself for this one. Let me take a bite. So, okay, so this one time when I was in my 20s, I was at a quarry at night with a bunch of other people and we were swimming. I didn't have a bathing suit with me, so I just took my clothes off and jumped in my bra and underwear, which was okay, you know. But later on that night, I had to go pee. And I went in front of the car and I squatted down to go pee in front of the car. And my best friend at the time, Kathy, thank you, Kathy, got in the car and turned the headlights on while I was squatting down in front of the car peeing. And I had to pee so bad I just kept peeing. A bunch of people seen it. So yeah, that was a pretty awkward moment for me. Eager to eat ASMR. Oh, she had some good questions. Outside YouTube, are you introvert or extrovert? I think I already know the answer since you like to talk. I am, believe it or not, both. I can put myself out there in public and be outgoing and sociable and confident and everything. But at the end of the day, I need to recharge. I don't get overwhelmed in social situations like a lot of introverted people do, but I really am thinking inside that I just want to go home. I like to be home. I like to be by myself. I like to recharge. So in those ways, I'm introverted. I guess I'm a little bit of a blend of both. And then she asked me if I have ever taken the Briggs-Myers personality type test, and I hadn't. And so I looked it up after I read the question, and I took it. And my result was, I am an ISFJA. Introverted, is it social? Feeling, judging, I think, and assertive. So I am a defender type, an assertive defender. So there you go. That tells a lot about me. and it was spot on. So that was a really cool test. If any of you guys have never taken it, look it up. It was pretty cool. It's pretty spot on. Am I not eating enough? Am I not having enough to eat? Okay, so she asked my favorite music decade, which is the 60s and 70s. And then she's asking for my best life advice. Not really so much that I'm one that should be giving life advice, for sure, because I've had a weird, crazy life. But I believe in living your life with integrity, with compassion, with kindness. Always treat other people the way that you would want to be treated. Think about how you're treating people and think about how it would make you feel. That's my most important thing. Always make decisions in your life that when you look back, you're proud of who you are. You're proud of the decisions that you made. You can look yourself in the mirror every day and know that you've done good. You know, you've been good to people. You've lived a good life. Like, I don't know. I mean, I just think it's pretty simple. I think life is pretty simple. Just be a good person, really. A genuine, real good person. Saying you're a good person and actually being a good person are two entirely different things. I'm just saying. On air voice, do you have an all-time favorite food? Yes, spaghetti. This is such a good friend supporter, Maha. What food could you live on for 1 month? Well, if I could live on one food for 1 month, I would have to choose, drum roll, Taco Bell. I would probably choose salad because I would feel like it would be better for me. But Taco Bell, hands down, I could literally live on Taco Bell for an entire month and just get something different every day. I would actually be excited about it. But really anything. I mean, my gosh, I don't know. I'm so weird. I can eat the same thing day after day after day over and over and over. It would be so easy for me to live on anything for 1 month. Okay, next question is by, it's just like a dash. I don't know what the name is. Dash. What's the nastiest dish you've ever tasted? Well, let's see. The one thing that I don't like is circus peanuts. I do not like those. I would not eat those. I know they're not a dish, but that's really what's gross to me. I would rather eat a bug than eat a circus peanut. I've tasted raw kibbe before, and it was a turn off to me because the texture, at least this raw kibbe, the texture was gritty, and I was told that it was like a baby lamb, and it was raw. It really felt like a ground up animal. It wasn't like eating raw beef. It was just, I didn't like it. And then the other thing would be tripe soup. The soup was gross to me because the tripe in there, the visual of it just looks like little tubes, and I would rather they're like coated or something or fried, just floating around in that broth with the little holes going through them like the freaking tubes. I can't do it. That grosses me out. Something actually grosses me out. Okay. Okay, next question. Ada Capaco? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Have you ever traveled outside of the continental US? If not, would you like to, and where? Yes, I have. I have been to Canada, the Cayman Islands, Mexico, Jamaica, South Padre Island. If South Padre Island's considered outside of the US, I think it is. I would love to go to Hawaii. I know that's not outside of the United States, but that is a place that I would love to go. Outside of the US, I think if I got to travel to one place, I would choose to go to Italy. I just would love to go to Italy. Yeah. Shanaz. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Were you married and how many kids do you have? What work do you do? I've actually been married 2 times. I married my high school sweetheart. We were together 20 years, and then I got married a second time, and we were together 11 years. I have no intentions of ever wanting to get married again, though. I'm good. So for work, I am a coordinator at a salon spa. I have been there since 1996. It's home away from home when I go there. I feel just as comfortable as when I come home. So I'm staying there probably until I retire. She also said it would be nice to know your hair routine. It always looks good. My hair routine is pretty simple. I do use Aveda hair products, which are really great for your hair. I just wash it and use the products and blow dry. I style my hair with Pure Abundance products with Aveda. It stays really healthy. They're great products to use. I put a little Pure Abundance at the top here and hit it with the blow dryer and pretty much good to go. My hobbies. I'm not really a hobby type of person. Right now, a hobby would be YouTube, no doubt. In the past, I always loved reading. I'm not into crafts. I don't like any artistic stuff. It's just not my thing. I don't get a lot of downtime. When I do, I used to just like to relax and read. There's a lot of things I like to do. I like to go off and go do things, but as far as like a hobby that I keep up with, I don't really have any. I'm not the hobby type. That's pretty much all I can say. Uh-oh. Here comes Wildcat Nation again. She asked me if I was a stripper, what would my stripper name be? I was going to think on that one. And I totally forgot to do that. Let's see. What would my stripper name be? How about Juicy Jojo? Yeah, we'll go with Juicy Jojo. And now welcoming to the stage, Juicy Jojo. We could go with Drunk Jojo. That would be good too. I do have a stripper story though. When I was in my 20s, I had somebody contact me and they said, you know, I'm really surprised at what you're doing. And I was like, what do you mean? They had a photo in the newspaper of the dancers at this strip club. And they said that I was in the photo. So I found the photo because it was in a recent newspaper. And it was me. It was me. This person was me through and through. I couldn't even distinguish that it wasn't me. I thought it was me. I'm like, is that me? So I guess maybe I was a stripper. I don't know. I'm a donut on the table. What do you do with me? You could eat a donut or a croissant. If you were a donut on the table, well, let's see. I would definitely eat you, but I would pick you up and probably really examine you. Look all around you, the top, the bottom, the inside. Poke around a little bit, see what you're made of. If you were filled in the middle, I might even poke the bottom just to kind of see what's in there. I would definitely take my first bite in the little poop hole that I call it. Given the choice between a croissant and a donut, as much as I love a good buttery croissant, I would probably always go for the donut. Yeah. Hands down. Always. Wildcat Nation. She says, wait. I have one more question. Do you have any tattoos? And if you do, what is it or what are they? If you don't, would you ever get one? If so, what would it be? Well, from the looks of me, you would think that I have one tattoo. Well, two, but actually I have three. I have a tattoo on my finger gone wrong, okay? That was a little tattoo that I got. It was a little black heart, and it didn't turn out. And I thoroughly believe there's a reason for that. But anyways, one of these days I'm just going to go back and get it zapped off because, yeah. And I have a tattoo on my ankle that I had gotten in my past. I was made to feel guilty about it and pushed into getting it covered up, which I did. So essentially, that is a third tattoo I have. I had one on my ankle, and then I had it covered, and then I had this one. I guess you could say I have three tattoos, but I only have one good one. Would I get another one? Yes, absolutely. I've always wanted to have my kids' names tattooed on me. I love when people have scars. I love when people have tattoos. I love imperfections. I love all that stuff. Robert, 2566, how old are you? I am 56 going on 57. And then one last question from my friend Triple T. Triple T asks me, whatever happened to my past relationship? Do I still see her? Do I still talk to her? Absolutely not. Never. Never, 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 never. We did, but we never will again. I never will again. What happened to it? Wow, that's a loaded question. Let's just say that it wasn't what it was presented as. When you find out that the relationship you were in was not the relationship you were in, it changes everything. There's no better decision that I've ever made in my entire life than to move on past it. Cheers. I think that's all the questions. But I'm going to tell you what, guys. I am getting into these brownies. I am full from all this pasta. Look at this freaking crap right here. Ooh! Oh my gosh. I thought I was getting one brownie. Now I'm going to have an entire tray of brownies in my house. All right. Ooh. Yummy. Has anyone had these? What? Dang. Holy crap. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions. I think I got them all. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good weekend whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you soon. Bye.